Welcome back, everyone on Twitch. Hey, YouTubers, welcome in. This is a second flight for today. The video will be posted here shortly from Philly to Burlington, Vermont. And now we're flying Burlington, Vermont to Washington, D.C.'s Reagan. Who knows? Maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky and get the rivers. My luck, they'll show us the other way. But anyway, there we are, Gate 6 here in good old Burlington, Vermont. You know, I think with the airliners, this might be the first time I've actually been in the gates here. So that's kind of fun. We're flying American Airlines Allegheny historical livery. Now, technically, American, as we said in the first video, has taken these liveries off the 319s, repainted them back to that other. I'd rather them be the when US Air took them over. I like that colors better, but you know, they don't ask me. But this will now be found on the A321s, the historical airlines of American Airlines. But thankfully, Virtual American allows us to fly with them as is until those become available. Please don't. No. Actually, might look pretty good on an A321. I shouldn't say that too softly. Maybe it would look better. But anyway, as I said earlier, Allegheny Airlines is what my dad flew with when he did fly with the airlines. It wasn't a very long time. The mandatory retirement age caught him, and but he did get to enjoy. Now, Allegheny Airlines, along with Piedmont and PSA, they were actual airlines, folks, with 727s, MD-80s, Piedmont, let's see, 737s, 767s. Trying to think of what the others might have had. But anyway, they came together in a huge merger and made what was called US Air. Now, in what they did with that is each of those airlines then became part of US Air's regional carriers, meaning they flew the puddle jumpers, the turboprops, the regional jets. I like to refer to one of them as a lawn dart, the Embraer 145. Kind of looks like a dart when you look at it. But anyway, so they put to there, and that's where my dad was in the Dash 8. 1 and 2 and 300s. I don't know exactly which ones, but yeah, the Q4s hadn't come on the line yet. So that's a little history here. And then, of course, we all know after that, US Air became US Airways. America West would buy out US Airways, keep the name, however, and then go on to buy American, keeping American's name. Not a lot of people knew America West, although a lot of people did know it because it was pretty popular. It's one of the few airlines, might have been actually one of the very, very few airlines to actually start in deregulation when it kind of just started and progress and stay in business. Many thought the airlines couldn't do it. They proved they could start in deregulation and proved into a pretty good operation, America West. So anyway, enough history. I know you're on summer break. I'm on break, man. I don't want any more history. So let's get this going. We are headed, like I said, Burlington, Vermont, Washington, D.C.'s Reagan National, A319 service with Virtual American. All aboard. Oh, wait, wrong mode of transportation. All right, here we are in the cockpit in a turnaround mode. I'm going to put this on over here. And all right, let's bring in Sim Toolkit, take a look at this little jaunt we have, and see what we got ahead of us. All right, so Weather hasn't changed much. It rarely does. Hang on a second. I'm going to get Elevatech tracking here so I don't forget. Come on. There we go. And November 745 Victor Juliet. And there we go. Again, we have a little bit of rain, like we said, right here, just past the Washington, D.C. area. And so we ought to have a pretty good run in there today. Loadout. Again, much of this is relative to what we actually can load. However, we will put 92 peeps in the seats. And we're not sure if we'll have 4,400 pounds of cargo or not. We aim for the zero fuel weight of 113,687. We try to get as close to that as we can. So the payload will be in the ballpark of 20,500 pounds. Fuel for the day, same thing. We try to get as close to that number, but today it'll be somewhere in the ballpark of 13,200 or 400. We'll see. Cost index 25, flight level 380. Definitely think that's makeable since we made 39,000 without any troubles to get here. All right, today we're flying Burlington's VOR to PONCT, BIZEX onto the Q780 or 75 expressway to Modena or Modena. They're outside of Philadelphia to the Clipper tree of arrival. And yes, you see it, runway 1. Of course. Uh-oh. And folks, we'll take a quick break here while the wife gets a phone call. Business call.
Attention all aircraft. Burlington information. India current. Altimeter 3009.
Okay, we're back. Let's finish up this briefing. I just went ahead and got us filed. Hang on, we'll put us back on. I forgot my flight number. I think it's 1015. Hey, I was right. Don't want someone to sneak and take my spot. 3575. Okay, hang on, folks. 1 second. Show you how we're going to do that real quick here. 3575. 3575. Okay, set. All right. Now let's get back to Sim Toolkit, finish this up. All right. We got our loadout sheet we've reviewed. Now let's look at our weather. Weather here is fantastic. 79 degrees, winds 220 at 12, actually a little gusty, 19, and some few clouds to worry about as we climb up to 39,000. Over in the DC area, we're broken at 1,000. So technically, I guess coming in on runway 1 is not all that bad. Overcast 1,700. So we do have some sloppy weather there. 040 at 5 for the winds. 66 degrees, so hopefully you packed your winter coats, because I know some of you go, oh my gosh, it's winter again. It's really not. Drizzle and all of that good stuff. So maybe that is a godsend. We're coming in runway 1. All right, so there you have it. And like I said, there's where that drizzle's coming from. So we'll catch it as we get back towards the big city of the Apple, and then heading on down to DC. All right, original Godspeed. Let me set the stage here. Asked me yesterday if I could do a McDo tutorial. We did kind of sort of one on the last flight. We're going to kind of take it the same way here. We're going to just do a full, get this plane ready to go and go. So without further ado, kind of follow along, and we'll get things going here. So up to the upper panel we go. Fuel pumps are off, batteries are set, external power's on, CVR check. Good. And we'll go ahead and test our fire detection. Okay, all good. Hopefully you all heard those. We said 90 souls on this flight, I think. 92. Okay. And where were we? We need to get the aircraft set up and loading. All right, so let's come down. Let me make sure everything looks good for you all. The mechanical page, 1, page 2, page 3. And we need to uplift 13,151. Okay, we could go with 200. I'm going to be safe and go 400. Request fuel. Page 4. This may have to change. We're going to find out here in a minute. Okay, let's go to page 2. Okay, now let's see what we need to correct. We need to get up to 113,687. Could add 200 pounds. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, so we'll go to mechanical. Okay. Oh, somehow put 400 pounds in. How did I do that? Okay, let's double check. 874. Well, doggone it, I could have just left it. Perfect. All right, there we go. Now we're as close as we're going to get here for my liking. That's fine. Okay, so we're still refueling. We're getting pretty close. All right, so we'll leave the APU off for now and continue on. Down at the bottom here, let's just make sure. Spoilers are not armed. Flaps are up. Engine master's off. Mode selector normal. We're on X-ponder. Radar's off. And 3 green on the landing gear. Gear lever down. Up to the top we go. All right, real quick. All the lights work. Okay, and let's see, are we even close to where I could? Okay, so let's just press on. Probe heat, air conditioning panel will be up and running here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up. And it's going to end up short. Okay, let's fire up that APU. Once we get the APU up in the cabin cooling, we'll then allow passengers on. Okay, APU. Okay, while we're waiting, okay, flap lever speed. Okay, we're good. Just waiting on the APU. Okay, we're cooling the cabin down so we can start letting people on board. And at that time, we'll cross bleed is auto. Air conditioner is, as right now, cooling. No smoking lights on. Emergency exits armed. And pack flow set. Fuel pumps can come on. Okay, and air conditioning, ground, external were set. Okay, back up top, let's get the nav system aligning. Okay, and we'll drop down to the McDo. All right, here we go with the McDo. Again, if you have a SimBrief account, read the manuals that come with the airplane. Not going to go into it, but only to say you will put your information into, hang on. your ISCS, under settings and account, you'll put your SimBrief account number. And then the rest of this you'll have to get off the manual how you want it to work. Same with Hoppy. Okay, that's all I don't want to touch too much on this. That is something very much you need to be in the manuals with. All right, let's go to plan 40. Let's bring in charts. Another great reason to have NavGraph and SimBrief, you can pull your map right up out of your SimBrief account. Import it from SimBrief. Uh-oh. Do we have a runway change? Oh, it's wow. Not, but it's close. It is very close. I will say that much. Okay. So here's our route. You can see it. I've got the multi on. I'll go ahead and turn the weather on so you can see any of that we got to deal with. So, I mean, overall, it's not too horrible. I'm going to turn the weather off. May turn the multiplayer off, or not multiplayer, but VATSIM off. I have other trackers for that. Okay, now go to init. If you've connected your aircraft to SimBrief, all you got to do is click init request. Give it a couple seconds. Couple more. When it fills everything in, you're good to go. Clear, clear, clear. Now, we need to set our lat long for our airport, so pull it up. Wait a minute. Why are you doing this? Okay, so we're gate 6. Look for it over here. So we're going to go to 4428.2 north. Whoop, wrong way. 4428.2 north, 73.9.3. Okay, if it doesn't go the way you want, sorry folks, 28.2. Click the line select next to longitude, and then we'll set this to 9.3. If it doesn't go the right way, try the other way. Now, once you're satisfied, 4428.2 north, 7309.3 west, align it. And what that did is it just moved from wherever the referencing point is closer to your airplane. Now, granted, by 8 gates. So it's not right where your plane is, but it's pretty doggone close. Okay, once you have that, double check your cost index. And for our flight 25, yeah, we'll go with it. Let's change it. And then wind, request. There's all you need to do. And that page is set. We'll be back to that in a moment. Okay, now go to page 2 using the arrows. Okay, 113.7. Okay, I'm going to leave the zero fuel weight, but let's change the zero fuel weight CG. Go to center of gravity on your EFB, ZFW CG 28.4. Put a diagonal, a backslash, however you want to call it, 28. I go by what the plane shows. Okay, fuel 13.4. I think we were higher than that. Stand by. $13.4. All right, and make sure that's still enough fuel. Yes. Okay. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put it 19.2. All right, now come back, go to flight plan. Now we start working the flight plan. This is where it's actually pretty easy, especially with SimBrief. If not, then you would have had to enter everything. But by hitting that init request, gave you all of this. We can also do it with our performance as well. We'll get to that page in a few. All right. Now I have the arc set to plan and 40 just so I could kind of see how the route works. Let's take a look at this. Bringing charts in. One departure. BTV 1. Let's take a look at it. 15, let's see. Climb on assigned heading to field, navigate, fix, or waypoint to 10,000. Okay. All right. So pretty much for us, we're going to BTV and then out to Lebanon, which I don't see it on here. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we're not going to fly that. How's that sound? So we'll just keep it, fly out to BTV, then on to our flight route. And my problem was I was thinking of our alternate on the flight in Lebanon, and no, we're not flying that way. We're going Burlington, PONCT, BIZEX, Farley, Jerseys, SBJ, Biggie, Coops, Modena. All right, now Clipper, was it Clipper 1? Clipper 3. All right, so we'll go arrival, ILS 1. We're going to stop right there because we need to catch up over here. All right. Oh, wow. Really? So if we go all the way out to Cavity, that's a pretty good run in. Holy mackerel. ILS 1. That's probably a good 20, 30 mile. It's a Los Angeles approach again, folks. Clipper 3. Hang on. We got a transition on that Modena, right? All right. The cool thing about Airbus is it picks up where you left it. Where Boeing takes you back to the beginning. And again, I'm just looking through Clipper, Bale. Oh, Baltimore, sorry. Isbrook. Felty, Hittick, Cavid. Okay, Cavita is where we'll turn into Rexy, or actually Catherine, in for the approach. So we'll be turning to somewhere in between there, hopefully. All right, missed approach for this airport is out to GTN for our hold, and our alternate today, the Richmond, Virginia. All right, that's it, folks. That's all you got to do right now. You could clear this one up, but if ATC came on, they may want you to do something a little different. So I keep it there. I can always click direct whatever fix it is. Okay, so something keep always in the back of your mind. All right, now check your RadNav page real quick. Nothing's set up to bring us back if we need to. That's fine. And then we're going to go to the perf page. However, we have a calculator. We just need to reset it and then pull up the METAR and see what we got here. All right, we're going to change the winds only because they are reported differently. That could have been right at that moment. Everything else looks good. Yeah, we'll have the air conditioning on. 15. Go. Again, I'm a little leery of that. We may actually end up toga. Nope, we're good there. I'm good with that. So click uplink, and that's going to change. Hang on, why did it do that? All right, well, let's try it. I don't know if we can enter anything in here. 26 diagonal 30.09. Okay, we are not going to be able to use this. Huh. Why didn't it select a runway? Okay, well, we'll fill in. We got our numbers here. Let's go, how about 120 for V1? 124. Actually, I might try something else. 127. I am going to try something else. Hang on. All right, we're not allowed. Okay. All right, well, that's going to be the best we can do. Flaps to diagonal up 0. That is really bizarre. We're flexing. I don't even think it's going to let me flex. Oh, it did. About dash UP 0.4. Okay. Everything else we'll have to do. All right. I don't know why we didn't get a runway and all in there. That's kind of weird. I figured it out. Now let's uplink. There it works. There it works. 30.09. 220 at 12. Forgot to select my runway. Kind of curious how this will play out. Played out the same way. Okay, cool. That's first time I think I've done that in a while. All right, I just forgot to put the runway in. So there you go. It's Godspeed. You got to see a little oops. All right, we're ready to go pretty much. All right, let's get in the middle here and okay, 3009. Okay, I'm showing that 9 minutes ago, now 3007. Our initial altitude, I think we said 39. $38. Okay. Okay, we're all set to go. Get up here, put them to normal for boarding passengers. So we'll be ready to go. But I hope that helped you there, Godspeed. Yeah, even I forget steps, and that was one I forgot. So, all right, let's get this plane ready to go. Quick check. Nobody up on ATC. All right, I think we're ready to push back. Now, if you set the baggage doors and the main door to auto, when you pull into the gate, set your brakes, seatbelt sign off, beacon off. Those three things have to be in play. The baggage trucks will start to show up one at a time. The main door will open up, so make sure the jetway's in. And it does that all for you automatically. So we're going to give about a 90-second break here for the commercials, and then we're going to get going so everybody can watch. But for Godspeed real quick, because I know he can still hear, let me get on flight plan like I want. This side will handle holds if you're told to put in it. Just follow the information they give you and plug it in here. Also, if you're putting them in, your airways are here and next fixes and all of that. This side, your right side, controls your constraints, allows you to access winds and your steps. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead. Actually, I'm going to wait another 30 seconds, get our crew back here, and let them be able to see how we're going to try to get our gate in Reagan. Hey, welcome back to Flying with Mike. Real quick, I was showing this to Godspeed, which I do know he's just lurking. He's unable to physically be here at the moment, but he's going to be able to see this on the videos. Left side, when you click a fix, allows you to work with that fix information as well as enter a hold if you need to, and enable going to your alternate. The rights, when you click the right side, allows you to do your speed or altitude restrictions, or as they call them, constraints, as well as access winds and your steps. Okay, now I am going to try. We came in here and we didn't get our gate number. That was unknown. However, we were able to get our other gate information. So we're going to go McDo menu, ATSU, then you click AOC, go to page 2. Departure clearance. I don't think we have an ATIS here. No, we don't. Um, all right, hang on. Let me check what the ATIS is potentially. Okay, 123.8. All right, well, this could be a challenge. We're going to try it. Okay, so all we're going to do, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we're not worrying about it. All right, and then we're back here trying. What that is, if you fly for like American Virtual, you could potentially, or United, they have United, Spirit, gosh, I can't remember who it is over in Europe. Easy? Anyway, they have several. You could pick up your gate information that way. So check out the documentation with the airline. They'll fill you in on what you need to do. Okay, got everything set up in the cabin. We are echoing. Hang on. There we go. We're not 123 now. There we go. 118.3. That is CTAF, right? Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's call better pushback. Doors are closed.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up. Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, we'll try this one more time.
Tow
Unfortunately,
connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
oh, it might have sent this time. Okay. We'll find out. Break off.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Burlington area traffic. American 1015 pushing back stand 6, taxi to runway 15. Boy, I went the wrong way. Just realized that.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, here we go. We're about ready to go. We got one engine on. We're getting the second one fired up.
Tow is disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Yeah, thanks for the pushback. And those out there with X-Plane don't maybe know this. Better Pushback is free, very simple to install, and it's updatable through Skunkcraft. So check it out. Free updates, free program. Love the word free anytime. There's the pins so we can get going. All right, so we got APU bleed. Ground spoilers to arm. Okay, normal, set, and 2. Okay, and radar into position, but not on yet. Okay, pitch trim. We said up 4. Okay, it's checked and readied. Okay, running on down. Let's get the master switch off on the APU. Moving on up. Let's come on down here, get the clock moving. Lapse time brakes, flight controls, auto brake, terrain, weather. After that, we're all set, ready to go. Brakes off. Here we go. Burlington area traffic, American 1015 taxi to runway 15. All right, takeoff brief again. Speeds 124, 124, 127. Trim up 04, flex 67, flaps 2, all set, ready to go. Let's head on down to the end of 15, and we're expecting about 6,000 feet of runway. Okay, here we go. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed. Got us going here fairly decently in less than an hour, and we're going to get airborne here just after the hour. All right, so Twitch folks, this is flight number 2 today. Burlington to Reagan National, YouTube. I know this is the only flight you'll see on this video, so I hope y'all enjoy. We're going to get on our way here shortly after we get to the end of the runway. Flight attendants, take your seats for departure. Okay, final checks. All right, before takeoff checks, transponder, TARA, weather radar's on, and up 1 degree, terrain's on, engine mode is required, lights set, ready to go. Burlington area traffic, American 1015, departing 15 to the south. Do a rolling takeoff. Clear for takeoff. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. 100. Why is she pulling so bad? What the? That was a really weird takeoff. Never had it pull that hard. All right, there we are back on course. Hopefully things will go a little less eventful. Wow. Okay, we're climbing out. Hopefully, maybe a tire blew. We'll find out. Hopefully, not the hard way, trying to land. But yeah, I'm not sure what happened on that takeoff. That's the squirreliest I've ever been. I'm looking the airplane over, seeing if I left any doors open. Everything looks good. Interesting. Very interesting indeed, departure. Thought maybe I could look in the gear well and see what we're dealing with. I guess not. Be cheating, wouldn't it? I'm pretty sure they'd be trying. I didn't realize it also kicked us into an open climb. Glad I caught that. Well, we were still doing a good rate. Boy, what a hairy-carry takeoff. All right, and what we'll do is we'll fly the approach once we get established. It looks like we're going to have a fair distance, depending how center, if they come up between now and then, or approach, funnel us in. They may turn us early. Whenever I put the landing gear down, I'm going to try to remember. I'm going to look outside, see if we had a problem. And if so, be ready for it on landing. That was just really bizarre. All right, so we're en route. Let's get that time up there. About 45 minutes to go. We're at 30,000 feet. Lights are off. Wing lights are off. We're good. Pressurization, everything looks good. Really hairy takeoff. Always got to love when you take off in the grass. It's not meant for grass fields, but hey, I don't know why all of a sudden she went that way. The only thing on my mind is a possible blown tire, in which case we'll have to deal with on some point landing. And I'll be honest, I really don't know where that would be found. Get our tanks balanced out, something we didn't do last time. Really kind of curious how, other than hearing maybe the thump, how they would know in the airplane. All right, folks, having a little fun here. Equal time points not far ahead. We'll make that big right-hand turn up ahead at BIZEX. And we'll be at the equal time point. From there, it's same time back to Burlington as it is to DC. All right, well, after that harrowing departure out of Burlington, Vermont, man, really kind of curious what the heck might have happened. All right, well, let's start putting our mind ahead to the Clipper 3 arrival, Modina transition. All right, 12,000 at Clipper, 10,000 at Baltimore, and then we'll work our way into the approach for runway 1. Oh, looks like Potomac approach came up, so we will have approach. It's funny. It says top of descent after Clipper. By the way, Clipper is 12,000 feet. Yeah, we'll be doing that a little bit before then. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and look at it. Okay, it's set in there. All right, everything is set for the descent, which is currently slated for 100 miles from now. All right, so we're going to start preparing. Next phase, next phase. DC currently. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Expect ILS 1. All right, we got a company message? Not yet. Okay, 3006, so 30.06. Make sure to include that when you're QNH. It's showing 19 degrees. And we said 010 at 5. Hey, wind's roughly down the runway. All right, runway 1's minimum's 200. Okay, we'll take it. All right, we got that plugged in. Auto ATC said descend and maintain 34. Okay. Again, we'll be looking for a company message if we're gonna get one here pretty soon. Yeah, we're about 200 miles, aren't we, out? We're still, could be a little bit to go. Filthy Tower is online. Shame we're not going there. Got a company message. Speak of the devil. AOC received. New telex. All right, D42. We'll have to look that one up. Ground power, yes. Ground air, yes. Ops frequency 31.1. Keep APU shut down when able. Automated service. All right. So we're going to gate D42. Hang on, let's get charts here and see where we'll be. Okay, here we are coming into 35. Expect a further descent here shortly. Currently running Papa. And Delta 42. Okay, so we'll land runway 1, come off around Sierra, come back Juliet. I can never remember how they tax it. But anyway, D42 off of Kilo 1. Cool. All right, so it looks like I have a feeling I got to have VAPS working. I got to be on VATSIM, and it doesn't hurt to check to make sure I'm on Pop Happy. So, okay, so here we are coming in across Jersey at 28,000. Okay. All right, here's the Clipper. We're going to come in at Moxie, Nuggy, Troy's, Belay, Trish, Clipper, 12,000. Then from Clipper to Baltimore, 10,000. Then Eyes, Felty, High Tech, CAVD, and then somewhere between high tech and CAVD, they'll turn us in. ILS for runway 1. There you have it across the top. If for some reason approach goes away, CTAF's 19.1. 109.9 is our localizer, run 007, dun, 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 007. 1600 at Baden, 6 miles out. 200s are decision height and missed approach out to Georgetown, NDB. Thankfully, the plane does it for me. I hate the NDBs. Transition level 18,000, like duh. And here it is. Katrin, 10, 11 miles out. Baden, 6 miles out. Jarrell, 3 miles out. And there's our descent, 2,500 by Katrin. And we're going to probably be about 2 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes on the from Baden to missed approach. Pappy's on the left, and there's the missed approach. We need at least 200.5 mile on a METAR. And just for those curious, oh, I didn't save it. Doggone it. We're going to be landing runway 1, probably off at Sierra or Juliet. And thought I saved it. Parking at Delta 42. No, it's not a Delta spot. All right, so that's what we got going on, folks. Let's pull off the charts. Let's get ready. We got to be at 28,000, which will be high on our descent down to 12,000. Okay, arrivals are in, performance is in, flight plan. Let's get our wins in here. We'll do it this way. Okay, they're updated, but we'll check once we get into an all-out descent. All right, we are closing in on, is that SBJ we're getting ready to cross? Yes. Then Biggie, then Copes. We're about 50 miles from our next scheduled descent. We'll see if we actually get it. That'll be to 12,000. Oh, we might be getting called to New York Center. New York Center.
JetBlue 2683, expect ILS 4 right, when able, proceed direct to ZTAL.
Alright, we'll expect ILS 4 right, direct to ZTAL for JetBlue 2683.
New York Center, American 1015 with you, flight level 280.
American 1015, New York Center, descend and maintain flight level 220.
Out of flight level 280 for 220, American 1015.
Good day, American 6 Mike Charlie with you.
American 6 Mike Charlie, New York Center, descend and maintain flight level 210, and please give me a good rate of descent.
210 and exit.
Delta 900, just confirming descend now to 9,000.
Delta 9001, as long as you can cross dune at and maintain 9,000, you can start that descent whenever you want.
Thanks very much. Descending now 9,000, Delta 901.
JetBlue 2683, cross detail at 2,000, cleared ILS 4 right approach.
Cross detail 2000, cleared ILS 4 right approach, JetBlue 2683.
New York Center, ILS Southwest 2287 with you.
Southwest 2287, New York Center, hello, maintain Mach 78 or greater.
Mach 78 or great, Southwest 1 yeah, 2287.
Southwest 2287, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Descend and maintain 350, 2287.
Good afternoon, New York. This is Speedbird 34 Kilo Delta with you, flight level 140.
Speedbird 34 Kilo Delta, New York Center, turn left heading 240, vector ILS 4 right approach, descend and maintain 4,000.
So we go left heading 240 and descend and maintain 4,000, Speedbird 34 Kilo Delta.
American 6 Mike Charlie, turn heading 090 vector for traffic.
090 traffic,
New York Center, good afternoon. United 2058 is descending through 8,200 feet, direct Kilma.
United 2058, New York Center, hello, flight heading 140, vector ILS 4 right approach, descend and maintain 6,000.
Heading 140, 6,000, vectors for the ILS, United 2058.
New York Center, hello, Endeavor 4862, direct Kilma at 5,000.
Endeavor 4862, New York Center, turn left heading 090, vector for our traffic, expect ILS 4 right approach.
Alright, left 090, expect 4 right, Endeavor 4862.
And Endeavor 4862, maintain 5,000 for me, please.
Alright, we'll keep this altitude, 5,000.
Speedbird 34 Kilo Delta Heavy, squawk 42, tree.
Squawk 233, Speedbird 34 Kilo Delta Heavy.
New York Center, hello, good afternoon, KLM 642, heavy, New York Kennedy, ready for push and start.
Push starts at pilot's discretion, just advise, ready for taxi. If you didn't get a PDC, I'll send it out to you momentarily.
We already got the PDC, we are pushing back now and call you ready for taxi. KLM 642.
Roger, American 20, direction Southwest 2287, cross Duna and maintain 9,000. Kennedy, altimeter 3013.
Cross Duna 9,3013, was that Southwest 2287?
Southwest 2287, affirmative, and resume normal speed.
Normal speed, 2287. Delta 901, no, we're not going to make June to 9,000.
Delta 9001, descend and maintain 7,000 and expedite your descent, please.
7,000 expedite 901.
JetBlue 2683, reduce speed to 210.
Reduce speed 210, JetBlue 2683.
Endeavor 4862, try heading 190.
Right 190, Endeavor 4862.
American 1015, cross Clipper at 12000, the Baltimore altimeter 3007.
Clipper at 12000 3007 on the altimeter for American 1015.
American 6 Mike Charlie, turn left heading 350.
350, Sigma Charlie.
American 6 Mike Charlie, proceed direct to Plume.
Direct to Plume, Sigma Charlie.
American Christian at 2058, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend 3,000, United 2058.
New York Center, good afternoon, sir. United 109 Heavy.
JetBlue 2683, reduce your final approach speed, following traffic 3 miles ahead.
AFM, we're reducing the approach speed now, and we got the traffic in front of us, JetBlue 2683.
JetBlue 2683, roger. JetBlue 304, runway 4 right, clear to land.
Alright, clear land, JetBlue 304.
Endeavor 4862, turn left heading 140.
Left 140, Endeavor 4862.
And the aircraft calling your center, just stand by for me, please. American 6 Mike Charlie, cross Dune at 9,000, Kennedy altimeter 301 tree.
Roger, 9,000 and 3013 with that for American 6 Mike Charlie.
Affirmative, United 2058, turn left 010, maintain 3000, cleared ILS 4 right.
Left 010, 3000, cleared the ILS 4 right, United 28.
Endeavor 4862, reduce speed to 190, then descend and maintain 3000.
I 190, descend and maintain 3000, Endeavor 4862.
New York Center, good day. Orbit 84 is at LaGuardia and looking for a clearance to Chicago.
Orbit 84, I'm working on your clearance right now, sir. Just give me a couple seconds, please.
Copy.
JetBlue 124 New York, can you just file a flight plan for me, please? Thank you, American 1015, Potomac approach 119.7.
119.7 for American 1015. Thanks for the ATC. See you.
New York.
He said 7, but it says 850.
At Twoot, cleared ILS, runway 1 right approach.
Potomac approach, American 1015 with you, just about over Troy's on the Clipper 3 arrival.
Citation Echo Delta Bravo, direct Twoot, Quas Twoot 4000, cleared ILS, 1 right approach.
Direct Truth 4000, clear for ILS, 1 right approach, Echo Delta Bravo.
American 1015 Potomac approach, good afternoon. Cross Baltimore VOR 10,250 knots. Baltimore altimeter is 3007.
Got the altimeter and Baltimore at 10,000, American 1015. And Potomac approach, before you ask, American 1015 has Quebec.
Thank you.
All right, let's get on down. 10,000.
American 4608, turn right heading 330.
Right heading 330, American 4608.
Having departure Southwest 1798, gate Alpha 1, information Quebec for push and start. Southwest 1798, Potomac, hello, push in the alley. If you stay in the ramp area, you're on discretion, call for taxi short kilo. Okay, push our discretion, and we'll call short of kilo for Southwest 1798. Care 65, you ready?
Care 65, having an issue with the dunk pin transition actually. Is it okay if we do dunk pin direct downhill instead of the full transition?
Carrier 65, roger, stand by 1. American 4608, you're 5 miles from Katrin, turn right heading 350, maintain 2,500 till established on localizer, cleared ILS, runway 1 approach.
Maintain 2,500 until established on localizer, cleared ILS 10 approach, American 48.
01.
American 4608, confirm, runway 1. Confirm, runway 1.
I'd say it too. Oh, you gotta love sometimes on here. Yeah, at that airport, you gotta be careful. There just might be a 10. There's like 5 runways or 4. Let me pull it up here real quick for you. If you're all not familiar with Reagan, many are because of the big crash not too long ago. But yeah, I mean, look at that. It's very easy. 10 actually begins to pull you into the traffic. However, it's 154.
Carrier 65, yep, you can plan to go radar vectors, Donald.
So it's
Copy. Carrier 65, we'll just expect radar vectors, Donald.
Yeah.
After departure.
Got to be careful.
Carrier 65, roger, on departure, turn right heading 090, the wind at Baltimore 050 at 7, runway 33 right, clear for takeoff.
090 on departure, runway 33 right, cleared for takeoff, Carrier 65.
American 4608, the wind at Washington 360 at 5, runway 1, clear to land.
Runway 1 clear to land, American 3608.
Citation Echo Delta Bravo, the wind at Dulles is 060 at 5, runway 1 right, clear to land.
Runway 1 right, clear to land. Citation Echo Delta Bravo.
Air share 788, 10 degrees to the left for me.
Degrees left, air share 788.
ooh, did we pop out?
Carrier 65 through 600.
Carrier 65, we're to contact passing 800 now. You're clear direct to Donald, climb and maintain 14,000.
Clear direct Donald, 14,000, Carrier 65.
Air share 788, descend and maintain 3,000.
Down to 3,000, air share 788.
Potomac approach, good day. This is Delta 9er Kilo Oscar with you at flight level 240. We are 20 miles east of LRP, which is Lancaster VOR on the Hyper. 9 arrival expecting runway 01 left. Right.
Delta Delta 9 Kilo Oscar, Potomac approach. Hello, good afternoon. Radar contact, position as reported about 15 to 20 east of Lancaster VOR. Descend via Hyper 9 arrival, expect ILS, runway 1 right approach at Dulles. Information information Juliet net current at Dulles, and the altimeter there 3007.
We will proceed on profile via the Hyper 9, expecting runway 01 right. Information Juliet we have, and the altimeter 3007 Delta 9 Kilo Oscar.
Airshare 788, fly heading 0900.
0900, Airshare 788.
Potomac, hello again, MS 232 Super, information Juliet, send the PDC request, taxi please, runway 30.
MS 232 Super, hello, welcome back, runway 30, taxi via Zulu Yankee 11.
Zulu Yankee 1130, MS 232 Super.
American 4608, welcome to Washington, left turn when able, squawk mode Charlie for me please, transponder went out.
Roger, left when able, and we're squawk mode Charlie.
American 1015, descend and maintain 7000, expect ILS, runway 1 approach at Washington, the altimeter there 3006, I've got Quebec up now.
Okay, down to 7,000. We'll look for Quebec and plan for the ILS runway 1, 1015.
American 4608, taxi to parking straight ahead, Kilo 1 into the ramp, remain this frequency.
Straight ahead, Kilo 1 to the ramp will remain this frequency, American 4806, 4608.
Potomac, Southwest 1798, information Quebec for taxi. Southwest 1798, runway 1, taxi via, let's see here, Kilo, Charlie, hold short, runway 4. Runway 1, taxi to Kilo, Charlie, hold short, runway 4, Southwest 1798. Citation Echo Delta Bravo, welcome to Dulles. I'm assuming you're going to signature there?
That is correct. Echo Delta Bravo, please.
Citation Echo Delta Bravo, I'm sorry you cut there. You said you're going straight ahead to signature at the top of near 19 left?
Yes, Ephraim, Echo Delta Bravo, please, for signature.
Citation Echo Delta Bravo, roger. You can taxi parking straight ahead on Kilo, Juliet 1.
Kilo, Juliet 1, Echo Delta Bravo. Thank you for the service. See you.
And approach American 1015 has Quebec.
Airshare 788, you're about 5 miles from Hannock. Turn left direct to Hannock, cross 3000, cleared RNAV, runway 34 right approach.
Correct, Hannock, cross at 3000 and cleared for the RNAV approach to 34 right, Airshare 788.
And Manassas altimeter 3007.
Okay, let's dial down.
Potomac approach, Southwest 1503, we're flight level 210, descending via the Anthem arrival. We have information at Baltimore.
Southwest 1503, Potomac approach, hello, thanks, we got Gulf at Baltimore. Winds are showing 050 at 7, so not too crazy. Do you have a runway that you prefer? I'm open to anything for you if you want.
No, I changed everything up to 33 left based on the ATIS, so 33 left's good.
Southwest 1503, roger. Continue descending via the arrival. Expect ILS, runway 33 left approach. The altimeter at Frederick is 3009.
Okay, descend via the arrival 3009, Southwest 1503.
Southwest 1503, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong airport. Martinsburg, altimeter 3005.
05.
American 1015, descend maintain 5,000.
American 1015 down to 5,000.
Carrier 65, climb and maintain 17,000.
Up to 17,000, Carrier 65.
Share 788, the wind at Manassas is 090 at 4, runway 34 right, clear to land.
Clear to land at 34 right, air share 788.
Okay, for this ILS approach, Katrin at 2,500 feet.
Southwest 1798, cross runway 4 at Charlie. Continue your taxi on the other side via Echo and Juliet. Cross runway 4 at Charlie, Echo, Juliet to runway 1, Southwest 1798. Air 65, contact New York Center on 125.32. He'll have higher.
12532 for Carrier 65, thank you.
Approach, good afternoon, United 109, having descent 140, sir.
That was United 109 Heavy calling. Last aircraft calling, say call sign.
United 109 Heavy, sir.
United 109 Heavy, Potomac approach, good afternoon. Descend via Hyper 9 arrival, expect ILS, runway 1 right approach at Dulles. Information, Juliet is current.
It's okay for me to Juliet, scoring now a Hyper 9 approach for United 109 Heavy, thank you.
American 1015, descend maintain 3,000.
American 1015 down to 3,000.
So you're not 109 again?
Yeah, 109, nobody was talking to you. It was not for you.
Negative. So could you confirm, is possible vectors running 10, right, sir?
Alright, United 109, I'm going to put it in text, okay?
I have a problem if I receive see this so requesting vectors is possible.
Alright, United 109, roger, understand. Take vectors for ILS runway 1 right. For now, fly heading 250, descend and maintain 10,000.
250 10,000 descent, thank you.
Emirates 232 Super, ready, yeah.
Emirates 232 Super, roger, on departure, turn right heading 360, the wind 0605, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
30 clear for takeoff, heading 360, after departure, Emirates 232 Super.
Banana Kilo Oscar, we're having frame rates, we might have to disconnect.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar, roger, please advise if you do. American 1015, turn right heading 330.
Right turn 330 American 1015.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar reporting back. Delta 39 with Quebec looking for push.
Who's looking for push?
That's American 1518.
American 1518, Potomac departure, push in the alley approved, call for taxi short November.
Call for taxi short of November 1518.
Southwest 1798, you ready?
Affirm, Southwest 1798.
Southwest 1798, the wind 3605, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Runway 1, clear for takeoff, Southwest 1798.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar back.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar, roger, welcome back.
Delta 1454, requesting push at ToLiss.
Delta 1454, Potomac, you're at Reagan, right?
Delta 1454, we are at ToLiss.
Delta 1454, roger. I'm showing you on the ground at DCA at Reagan, and that's where your flight plan is. So push on to Kilo, approved, face south.
Kilo approved, face south, and yeah, I got the ACALs mixed up again, I'm sorry.
Approach American 1015. Are we cleared for the approach?
American 1015, sorry about that. Yep, a couple folks at once there. Just sent you through the localizer. Right heading 040 to Katrin. Maintain 2,500 until established on localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 1 approach.
Cleared approach. We kind of were thinking ahead since you were busy. We did activate localizer. We're on it.
Roger. Emirates 232 Super radar contact passing 1,100. Turn right direct Riggins. Climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190. Right send dark 2 Riggins. Emirates 232 Super.
Okay, we're looking for approach speed. Okay.
Airshare 788, clear 34 right.
Airshare 788, roger. Welcome to Manassas. Are you parking on the east side or the west side?
I'm parking on the east.
Airshare 788, roger. You can taxi to parking Bravo Echo. Remain this frequency.
Bravo Echo, remain the frequency, Airshare 788.
Southwest 1798, radar contact passing 2,100. Climb and maintain 17,000.
Up to 17,000, and we're out of 2,200, Southwest 1798.
American 1015, the wind at Washington is showing 3605, runway 1, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 1, American 1015. Okay, so we're looking to break out at about 1,000 feet above the ground. Okay.
2,500.
Just in case.
Potomac departure, good afternoon. American 1412 over at Washington, Reagan with Quebec IFR to LaGuardia.
American 1412, Potomac departure, hello. I'm going to send you an updated PDC here. Cruise altitude is going to go down to 210.
Alright, thanks. We'll expect the PDC at 210 for 1412.
All right, currently we're set up for Cat 3 arrival. Okay, there's 2,000.
1412 disregard, I can't adjust it, but just know final cruise, flight level 210.
Alright, final cruise 210 for American 1412.
Okay, flaps.
Push in the alley is approved, call for taxi.
Push approved, and we'll call for taxi, American 1412.
Birds 232 Super, direct Swan.
Darcy Swan, MS 232 Super.
Ready for taxi, shut in November, American 1518.
American 1518, runway 1, taxi via November, Juliet, cross runway 4.
1 November Juliet, crossing 4 Juliet, November, or correction, American 1518.
Delta 1454, squawk by Charlie.
1454, roger.
Potential aircraft information, Kilo, current at Dulles, the altimeter 3006.
Delta 1454, yeah, we do not have Mo Charlie on the ground in this aircraft. It is automatic.
Holy crap.
Alright, Delta 1454, in the V-Pilot, there's usually a feature where you can just click it.
Yeah, the aircraft overrides it. You click it and it doesn't do anything.
Glide slow. 400.
Delta 1454, roger. Advise, ready to taxi then. Hopefully when you're airborne or when you're rolling, it'll come on.
1454, roger.
Hundred above. Minimum.
Airshare 788 is going to shut it down. Thanks for the patient ATC today. You have a good day.
You too, brother.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
I meant to look at the aircraft and didn't. Okay, we're going to come off because she's really tough to steer.
American 1015, welcome to Washington, left turn November 1. You got a specific parking spot?
Yeah, we'll be heading to Delta 42.
American 1015, roger. You can taxi to parking via Kilo 1, Kilo.
Kilo 1, Kilo, American 1015. And we're clear of runway 1.
Thank you. Southwest 1798, you're climbing out of airspace. Washington Center's offline. Radar services are terminated. Frequency changes approved. Goodbye.
To the void, Southwest 1798, we'll see ya.
United 109 Heavy, fly heading 200, descend and maintain 6,000.
200 at 6,000, United 109 Heavy. Delta 1454, Potomac, requesting taxi.
Delta 1454, runway 1, taxi via Kilo Foxtrot Juliet, cross runway 4.
Kilo Foxtrot Juliet, cross runway 4 to runway 01, Delta 1454.
American 1518, the wind 360 at 5, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
1 clear for takeoff, American 1518.
Departure, good afternoon. Phenom into 5 November Delta, Lookout Dallas, looking to pick up IFR to Ocean City Municipal, please.
November 875, November Delta, roger. I'm going to have a PDC for you in just a second. Might have a reroute, but I'll let you know.
Copy that, yeah, sorry, that's a bit weird.
875 November Delta. You're staying in most of our airspace, so I'll just go ahead and clear you as filed. Expect PDC.
Copy that, we'll expect that November Delta next. Delta 1454 PONCT approach, holding short, runway left.
Okay, that was really a trip of a flight.
Delta 1454, runway 1, clear for takeoff.
Emirates 232 Super, I'm going to have a handoff for you shortly. Stand by. American 1518, we're
Okay.
contact at 3,600, climb maintain flight level 210.
All the way up to 210, American 1518.
United 109 Heavy, flight heading 190.
United 190, United 109 Heavy.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar, do you have a specific fix you want to try to plan to intercept?
We would like to take, just a second, putting up the chart. We would like to go via ears. Or if that doesn't work, we could go via Twoot too. Delta 9 Kilo Oscar.
Delta 9 Kilo Oscar, plan to intercept at Twoot, maintain 4,000, present heading.
Present heading, maintaining 4,000 and planning for Twoot. Delta 9 Kilo Oscar.
Emirates 232 Super, contact New York Center on 125.32.
12532, Emirates 232 Super. Have a good day, thank you.
Bye-bye.
I don't have any idea what happened, why we dropped like we did coming in, why she kept pulling hard to the right.
Being weird, so I got to give it to you via voice. Let me know when you're ready to copy.
Rudder trim looked way out of whack. It just, I don't know what happened. But we made it. How about that? And not a lot of voice, sorry. A lot of clips, but not a lot of anything.
Maintain 3,000. Expect flight level 230, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequencies with me. Squawk 5605.
Let me just double check chocks are in.
Clear to Ocean City Municipal as filed.
All right, we're going to turn the brakes off.
Maintain 3,000. Expect 230, 10 minutes after departure. Departure's due.
My bad. They were already off. Brake fans are on. And the people are now finally able to get off. Wow. Hour and a half flight for sure. And we're going to get on a clearer channel. Yeah, I had a feeling. 500 feet a minute. All right, sorry about that, folks. Let's take a look at what we did here. I'm taking a look first at how that turned out with them. I know 500 starts... So, all right, well, we'll see how that goes. All right, so let's look at Elevate Tech. All right, there's the flight. 505, 112, 1.7 Gs. We'll see how they go. They may reject me. I don't know. That was kind of a rough flight. Sim Toolkit's going to probably be really mean at us. Not really. 183 at 111. Yeah, she was pretty much a bucking bronco this whole flight. Well, once we got on autopilot, everything smoothed out. Till that point, boy, she fought. Hour and 29 minutes, 380 miles. So we know that part. Let's see just where we actually hit the ground first. Not far from the landing zone. Not bad, actually. 1,250 feet down the runway, 13 feet off the center line. Overall, not bad. I really wish I knew what the heck happened. So that was just bizarre. Just going to take a look, make sure nothing up here looks weird. Out of the ordinary. Nope, nothing does. I just don't know. Just don't know. Well, maintenance can look at it. I don't see any blown tires. Just really don't know what happened. All right, well, you know, hey. These things do happen, and oh well. We can only do the best we can. I'm going to go ahead since we're at a hub. All right, get in our catering trucks. And you know what? We're going to call it, folks. It was a great day. I think next time I'm going to go ahead, reload the sim, not try a back-to-back flight like we did. And it was fun. Let's just be honest with it. All right. So I hope you all enjoyed. There'll be a few clips up at YouTube if you want to catch them. But yeah, we had a great flight. Hope you all enjoyed that from Burlington down. Landing and takeoff were a little squirrely, and really don't know why the pulling of the airplane. Really just don't know. So, well, we'll just go from there and try and learn if we can. I don't think this is going to be one we're going to find out. All right. So you all have a great rest of your Monday. For sure, Friday, we'll be back at it. We'll let you know further in the week. You never know if a stream may pop up along the way. Bluefin 234, thanks for the follow. And thank you all for being a part of Flying with Mike. Y'all have a great day, and we will see you next time. God bless, and have a great day.